Alright, I was here for me mau akwaba deba 1 hour. Previously 1 hour the Munufie but say the debate with Munufie Medi any William Munufie amanko na me gide say obi a ho eye. Ene ensem na ye ba be discuss no bebre o ha ebeye asresem but dodo na so ho a wan hwe ne ya obeka sa agoro bi na na ye di but obe hu no na ye ensem a asi wo Ghana ankasa. So that is something we are going to discuss today. Enti se nene da edi kan ya nyamre na oneme entena. That is something we are going to discuss today. Epacho say if everything is okay at your end na wama mahu na fede ye de afi ase ahye ase se ne ya ye be kono no. Enti moma yenhwe. Enti sa na ye be ye no. Busafo ye no. Busafo moma yenyina yenyamre na afede yemfa agoro no enhye ase because ya hwe ne ma yie wo Ghana ne ma biro ha bi ho ayen tese me pacho if at your end they say bibiti koya fache me sometimes in the technology need me play major role ne ma bebre na afede kaka bi bom pacho so nya subscribe me di any William Munufie amankona enne ye ba be kasafa Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ho papa he seems to be a bit confused in our society because I said the confusion na papa yi e wona ni so no eso na se ya nhwe ni ya Ghana ye be fani ma bibire se bi ho e ya agodie ene ye debate na politics na ye no ye de chekere man obi Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia the way a papa yi ahyase e wo Ghana ho anema na okeka bomb style bi e be ase ono ankasa hu ade poten a oye. So that is something just a menu nyina edwen ho na afedi ye bi say ho say so papa yi qualify say ye jai Ghana nyina de hye nsa anaso on qualify. That is something we have to discuss. Ebiem me no bako Euro Kofi Akpalo ho Kofi Akpalo akan sembebre o Ghana ho na say ye hu say yoko eton safre Euro Kofi Akpalo na yoko chi no na ni padodo na enima de poten pa e ma yoko eche Kofi Akpalo. As part of the discussion, and Dr. Sram say Deputy Attorney General, Eddie Betu Yamehu says, na Kofi Akpalo, Eddie fake certificate mean a contractor or the air. Ebiem, cause financial loss to the state. And they at the same breed, na fi na Ghana for the and said and say, the idea putting a Kofi Akpalo pa ya. Ye who contract the Kofi Akpalo wa Ghana ho. Yet papa ye dey not causing financial loss to the state. And sana about out there saying na no create Kofi Akpalo cause financial loss actually to the state ampa. But now ye be Kofi Akpalo no. And the Kofi Akpalo be gina ho ka kire Ghana for nyina say. Ono te when appear stadium be man lie say. Kofi a year o wa say ye wi a ye be chew. And I say ye be chew say me dey my. Also there be appear say them can say you go for beton zafro. Esan say niam bi because of mani ma Kofi yedim say wo ho e bom. But according to you Kofi Akpalo ni ono de onim say eye helicopter crash no ho nsem o kan ye no. That is the only thing I be ma yato zafro no onim say e asam fufuro bia. E pa cho yenko na yemi say Kofi Akpalo say e die nti na wo suspect say appear stadium e na ka kire say e be chew. Namum enya ade a wo Kofi Akpalo wankasa waye e wo Ghana ho pacho yinti Kofi Akpalo
ayo my say no kwani na de say na no yenu no ma omnyom ba bi ko ye wo helicopter akwansi yi na ma no ko yimika ntino no ana da ye pe bibi na ye say ye dia atwemaso nti wa woni no hanom kwada itwam na yokofo eba mfie o kuma se o mu hia me wo enkran na o mu de metna kema mu de bankan na before then now appear stadium after me aka tell me say you see pedifoni via yokofo baba be chimi ntino menya hoboa ntino beso ampa meya hoboa a pack me bag. And then me baby, my father, me fantasy, so where they walk now watching. John fantasy, which made in out, me panties in there, me singlet, me packing them, me two face in the media. It don't buy almost so much, me me found my bag, now bag road the point I'm so. Now some book with the same guy that my boss say. So man fan coming home. And now I'm crowd this day. And I say, I'm going to track everyone. You buy.
But what's the one the catch was a barbecue true to the barbecue?
I appear to you.
Now, some common or contain away no catch.
I know that. Me to mention it. But on there, say, I say, I ain't buy no. I offer me threatening several times.
When the friend threatening,
I appear to you.
I know the mean to mean to preoccupation because every floor is something, but maybe say also of friend who are dancing chess or no friend who can say barbecue, we are quite here dinner.
Which mean, and John told me, said you may, must have been John told that.
All right, enti asem Ghana ensema Kofi Akpalo edu tu dwana no. Anyway, yenti minka say ensema Kofi Akpalo kan enokre anase ne waka na enye nokre. Apia stadium so say asema Kofi Akpalo kan no enye nokre. Ba yemfa ne sa anso ho a ena ye nra anwumre media fo ebo pia Kofi Akpalo bi sanse owura ya tise contract bi one wa down for bi oje wa down for bi certificate e na de koye forgery e be ye contract no e de nokora poten e na ewom e ho na Kofi Akpalo be ka say say na one ne girlfriend no Kofi Akpalo say sikare de oje de command girlfriend bi na my be ku dipa o Kofi Akpalo say oje sikare command girlfriend enti girlfriend mu nsensem na fe de we again no so akodi ade no na nsem if I chop me person me preempt enti Kofi Akpalo ankasa enum nsem
ye no krasa would you be krata na now the year adwuma no
o se me no kasa me di kaka tro say me di girl bi we ma down then na me di koye
okay na one an arrangement at saying I go do baby you say wo koji sika bi wo cocoa board I say sika no ultimate ways and means the quarter account to me.
Arrangement to me is America, the woman is me.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
Oh, you're there?
Me girlfriend.
Okay, so what kind of girlfriend and what do you mean?
About me.
Oh, okay.
And they say, about me. She say, me that sorry. She, no, and now, or the mammy say, which media, Juma. This is a business relationship.
And since I'm much intimacy, I just say, and Uncle Fa and penetrate be a woman. Okay.
The girlfriend.
Okay.
You know, and yet, it be a so on one day the pet, the mommy sent me back way. But I said, when I tell me now, what I say?
Yeah.
So when I tell me now, issue, and when you say Missika will go, and when I say, and yeah, over Fapaya, was that a council, and I mean, I may, it was this come out, that I was showing you in no one.
Oh.
So that's where the problem is.
The problem started.
Yes.
Because on no company krata na wo ho nti wo ka kwaju cocoa board na ji ono no agbomu bi.
We janam come with your friend. So them tell. I don't know say because you better for on there. And my me just can fa and come me gre na me ma. Na keke. You will have to pay me for so me say come sika.
Okay. Enti ana me shi we no dey personal one me person you come no. But about the sign and wutimi ekwaji usika kakrawa e okoko board out to me to account him.
Keke say almost for check mommy. Nam the go to account.
Yeah, they say.
Okay, mistake. I take no more from money.
Okay.
That's what account.
Now, one more trono in your name, I would to me create account you two more.
Okay. I don't know.
Marjorie.
Marjorie. I don't know. You be doing for more.
Sir, okay. Eti ye ken oba no na onim hu bi yoko fo be fa wo no.
I don't know. It means onim hu bi.
Na oba ho.
Oba ho dia mi dem hu.
Okay. It is say. Say no. Yoko for say.
Oh, that. I'm talking about the you know, it means I report 3 times in a week.
Okay.
You know, at Canada, they're almost all your investigation.
No, must money laundering near the engine I come home.
I now Ghana 40 we are much more. Also, maybe investigation. Investigation is different from that.
But woman, young more charge. Whoa.
They said it also may investigation, you know, money laundering, this, that. Now, baby, it's all what's here. Who's that part of the money? What was that? So, you know.
All right, enti hey Ghana, and some more Ghana penny for and someone in Guao. Kofi Akpalo say na ne o ye nyina no. E yo na kan chima bi nsemo. Enti Kofi Akpalo no no teman no. Not know me say Kofi Akpalo no enkita bicycle paper kwara o de bibia. But rather no e the girlfriend bi nkrata ne Kofi akwaje. Kofi admit say o yere but say o girl. People we be say Ghana man go president. Hey Ghana, and someone so when ngwa eti go visit the girlfriend say wo go just Canada come out mama ya me eti Ghana na de Ghana e bo chacha Kofi apage the whole Ghana no sebe o de kogoro medamase na medamase no akwa tie me ne Kofi afei na Kofi tia eti Kofi say ono ko da yoko for all these days na kanche man nsi ho about how they ono hu because baby na o she dai kiti ni amone say ko treba na Kofi she ho hey Ghana sika na ma how many did they chop like that do Ghana sika na so modi di agoro we so the hard we so the nine we so the sa na kabom style bi enti baby e de Ghana do no anyway that is the debate with Munufie in the comment section we wetin dey wabe nchiraba me pemre na afide yina e di nkomo no abom e ba cho so we nije content hu a na so we subscribe ya ba cho na wa subscribe ban enti Kofi Akpalo si ono de o de Ghana e kogoro medamase e na medamase no aboti e no ko je ne kanchima bi certificate e na odi kodi agoro no nti sika ye tue no kwa Kofi fa so a onya sika no free bank de Kofi nkwan nim because certificate no e wo Kofi girlfriends dimu ba Kofi girlfriend no so onyi sika no ma Kofi e na Kofi so se chia na che mi so sika no mi sabeka so that is what happened e wo Kofi Akpalo side it is a one na obi ka say na jo ma tata man for den da bi a totally different thing. Kofi Akpalo de Ghana akogoro medamase na medamase no aboatia no na yoko for atwe ni because sika no wakogi ba girlfriend no so akogi certificate no which makes it fraud because adena nyawo de adenta na de koje contract to aban ho but sometimes many people do not want to tell the truth. That is why they keep insulting government bibia na aban o na aban o jo mama breu Kofi Akpalo kogoro medamase na medamase ko pass no Kofi Akpalo kura o so no de helicopter crash ho asem na eche no meanwhile no Kofi na ngasa at a point you are admitting say what did someone be e wo man no. Sometimes we need to be fair and we need to be straight with our people because you are really here every time and then and people will be deceiving us. Well anyway, that is another topic for another discussion on another day. But yanko yenim. Former vice president of the country Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia assigned lead MPP party no and the Kwakensi in 2024 elusi Papa isi yansa mani me lead party ni BM MPP nsa me face Ghana minim kwaya for so betima be we na about Ghana de minim de ba wo the MPP de let's assume that admitting say o me de be ma no Papa isi Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia also nsɛm bi ɛde ma Ghana epacho yentie nsɛm potea Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ɛwɔ ɛde ma Ghana
yetu abaye wie ye research ewie yenim sɛ aban ene ye party yaye mfomsoɔ bebre ɛwɔ ye governance no mu niema wɔ hɔ a afi sɛ yɛbɛyɛ yanye yemebi so wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ a anka yehu from the background so a yɛnyɛ enti megyina ha yɛnyina ha yɛka ho bi vice president ministers MPs board chairman appointees yenyina yɛyɛ mfomsoɔ pacho momfa nkyɛ yɛn why momfa nkyɛ yɛn yenyina yɛyɛ mfomsoɔ momfa nkyɛ yɛn na yesua yɛ lessons nyame adom ena mode franka ne hyɛ me nsa mebɛyɛ president a ɛmba saa biom yɛbɛlɛ ne yɛ lessons momfa nkyɛ yɛn ɛmba saa biom.
All right. Hey, ayasemo Ghana. Yayamo bododo. Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say was sharing lessons. Na Ghana from fan channel. Say nyame ya adom na no be president of Ghana mistakes no here MBM. But one thing is that he forgot to tell us that what kind of mistakes and because I hope say we president of Mema. You need to be truthful to us. So the question is dear potting and a dear mistake and sometimes they need to be telling us all this kind of thing because the nipa no e balance when me and can dear potting away now. What was a problem bebre? O ko lead party akose ye ma me president of the country. O de azan tronin nada and ye wa be say o de ba man no. It is a Ghana photo Obama Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia can now be can't say the mistakes and on the bay president and say man into us. So the question is say they kind of mistakes and Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia feel say on only MPP for we need to discuss all these kind of things because here when many year obi or the throne as an na that will be leading man I mess the country up no mess country up we are no I can't tell them so be a mistake and monfancheme. And Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia needs to tell us, oh, me this mistake. ABA economy na mechanical and barber set and maybe set economy to make it better. Na mantimi a mistake. Then we will intend or assess the mistake to know say ABA okay mistake now also it's true a pardonable mistake and I say unpardonable mistake because we need to know this kind of things. Say I'm really here be there so always now one see the country up something like that. Let's compare Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia abraye campaign. The deceptive nature na papa ye I ne corona ma outside that Ghana for say yeah man he still deceiving the people of Ghana and he doesn't seem to know. And when me video be Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say so no baba ye man panyia Ghana's budget no obey the constituency based. Yet I proved to him say abra now we vice president no o share Ghana for about say $1 million per each constituency sika number. Enti say what's why mistake na yemfa nchewa yati say you need to admit the kind of mistake and then tell us say me can di we manje you can say be say ya nya di we ni say and I kwe say this is the outcome to me ba messing ba be ni say you need to be truthful. Now we hu video so also be peka cha like Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say I wasn't go admitting the fault first. No, can fault to see any solution on the baby. I don't know papa who video now. Would you match all kind of monfanche. Look at the posture. Could pay at the cancer. Just watch him. Watch him. Say if somebody is speaking to you and you think that the person is truthful, you know. Just watch him.
Ye too abaye ye research ewie. Ye nimse aban ene ye party ye mfomsoɔ. Yaye mfomsoɔ bebre ɛwɔ ye governance no mu niema wɔ hɔ a afi sɛ yɛbɛyɛ yanye yemebi so wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ a anka yehu from the background so a yɛnyɛ
pacho eniema ne bi ne deɛn mame nka bi nkyerɛ digitalization na wo so wo ba bɛyɛ no Ghana fo hu sɛ wo yɛ azaa enti niema ne bi no ɛna still no wonya hu sɛ mistake no because Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Emma Ghana for nya ntiase say wakofa krachi bi free Bank of Ghana why adwuma Bank of Ghana and that person knows how to manage the economy into the neighbor amana be ye ma Ghana sikasem no abegina yie. That was when he says Ghana sikasem na aye hata ahwade bi anim eno nti na mekwa kofa Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia esan say yewura kufuo pension no ono na boa ma Ghana economy di gina yie ye do buy house so the digitalization man economy ni dey enere who deliver a speech now of course of material forms who deliver a speech there was you never mentioned anything about economy. You were talking about digitalization if you him fa and it's the mistakes now you need to first admit the mistakes instead of so yare na say open so hospital na say one admit say yare o kwa doctor ntimi nsaw yare it's so baby say dey how we can say how na how there were money in hospital. That is exactly what Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is trying to mean here. Enti ma ye want the crop potting a we ye ya Ghana for who say MY eto abadi massively. You need to tell us. Your over reliance on propaganda can be and a Ghana for the two about massively detail. Because we are what say we a PhD holder, but why you PhD and the economics now winning no. It's in China the propaganda and now the boomer. You told us we created 2.1 million jobs. Yet, your core senator, there was nowhere we created that 2.1 million jobs. You were the same person I'll catch you say when the fundamentals are weaker, the exchange rate will be the measure I be exposed you. What pension? When the exchange rate was galloping, you came back and told Ghanaians say a warped logic to think say when the fundamentals are weaker, the exchange rate will expose you. Propaganda and now the number. So you've forgotten, say Ghana, for when you were saying all these kind of things, we were jotting it down, we were marking it. And then today, I make kind of question of Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Also, here, digitalization manner, technology, to say YouTube, you have anyway. I say, me, I became a cow. So technology now, so here, digitalization manner, it measures your integrity. In Ghana, for me, say your integrity, it was at stake. Until you need to measure all these kind of things. And then many of the campaigns, you were lost in touch with the people. You lost in touch with the people because it didn't resonate with what the people actually wanted on the ground. Now you were speaking a language and you offer free space was a new no be until I say because you need to focus on the people. But because you were focusing on propaganda, now we can't say ubi anjindi. And I any mobile phone for Akasa, I have a mobile phone now to 1 CD, 2 CD, 1 CD, 1 CD. And I Ghana for the computer, the calculator was and a mobile phone, 1 CD, 2 CD, 1 CD, 2 CD. Yet how many years in a bit you have? All those kind of things in here. I'm wow. Uko Jina and another hand for all catch ups, over to your money in a car. Propaganda, quite an out the year, Jumano. Into message in a number phone, who could be on the Pobia was I call with intro. Okay, so quarter chimney school near Kuala Kojina was say, what your necessary and training allowance at Kuala Ketwa, young girl could be say, what school 3 years in Unyas can be that. That same time, no country and say, Obaka, could be 70 of finance. Now, no, beside now, the whole Ghana, now you were telling people say what you know, right? When John Dominion was proposing 24 hours economic policy, no, now what now what no. Say 24 hours economic policy, any baby, and Yajuma, and Oboa, and chop back, 24 hours. Okay, Sansanina. Because you lost touch with the people. No one man dear Ghana for a pay, and another man now can. May join some of the points at you. Until next time, no, because I could share party delegates be my Casantum with Chiromo. Say, Karachi beats the debate with Munufie, a pinpointing me faults, HM. Until next time, this is how I'm going to do this. And the touch with the ordinary person on the street, it costs you dearly. When you want to make oh, fuel prices, they were now having an economy. What's the taxes to do? And the Ghana for so now I say what that die. And now Lucy, I think now must say, okay, now names say 3 days. Now you two petrol vice president. Can't you one cast out? Only some minute about me could share them not cancel which you call like I say, Alhaji pa wangade back a try. Some minute about me, I will tell you. The back a try. Because you were deceiving the people. I don't want him to nipa not to any hell, nipa not to any hell, nipa to any hell. One gets our party for a wapa for can just say poor campaign strategy and they get out. As a second paluta, Yame Nashira, she will and a witness is if you had be. That's a miracle. Me as if you do it, you know, sir. There's a and they won't know yet. Yakumo, when I say, punish the way to Kurumutino and then they meow. Sisi fiani bi sisi fiani bi Samira Bawumia na Sara adwasa foso gina che no so osa sisi fiani bi osa abemo bia mo se ahye ya te ase campaign na ya hata o campaign na tonsuom still na campaign na mo se tonsuom Kennedy Japan be we ne because you've lost touch with the people still ade ma Ghana for eto aba editia wo Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. I mean, kind of actually, we are allergic about also a PhD holder, wow, the digitalization man. Ghana for say per Juma and now to now can storage the Ghana for now. Mamumu corruption, agenda one, the question Tachima, Ufuma coins over Kubisi, I could have 75% completing. Professor Duha. Deception azan allergy na odi ba kono no o say na Ghana ni bia ko go Ghana about the most deceptive person in Ghana na odi apie still na in internet here because internet ko mo say papa we on kind of correct e biem na dan kwa kufa da momo na wo na o kan obi achi na o pese o twon ho no e affect you so na me wudi na do atem ade ya the phone bia o say you were vice president you were I am like the driver's mate ade na na do mamu timi ho say implement bi ade e wona de ba e nti na do dan kwakufa do according to you dey no be ye just be frank with yourself ex-president na do dan kwakufa do je ankasa na wo Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia office obe ye we dey can one say kire me because at the bonny be a course na do mamu bi na wo say you had no idea na woni mo hwe you were like a driver's mate nti your first year na ma and I quote the chuma na ye year na ma say ba ben na popin na obo kwalanketenkete na no mo dada e wo tachima ho enti chire me say dear potin na wankasa wo ye just be frank with yourself enti Ghana for do na hu so we a failed administrator instead of seeing you as a fresh person with the fresh options and also you are a fresh option. But we saw you as a deceptive person, failed person. Until a brand now person watching say, "Oh, we a fresh person, we get fresh ideas." Also, they are going for a banner. Now, Ghana for people see near who and Nado, if any Nado near whom, if so, say, "We are the same person." Nana puso body tiao, say, "Shake ya, na kashi or shoot tika home." I was like, "This is the debate with Munufie." But join the comment section for Abian Chilebra. And I said I'm go full length. It was any weekends. Until events and Yami Adamo we are Chinavia. I'll come back live. Definitely I'll be discussing a lot of issues. Mahamudu Bawumia they are brushing under the carpet. They actually say Ghana for you in here no. In here baby you also failed to inspire confidence. I mean kind of confidence. Na Ghana for any confidence we are one cause party for quite long when that is why in Ashanti region you lost massively. A party for Nankasa kwa any GDO was papa we over there we nearby. Papa we there me engineering you. Like Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia party so na na do na. Omo feel o man mess up the economy with you to about man kura or feel you know those kind of things. So people had doubts about you and still the whole campaign nyano. Nipa mo bom samo nyano. They have doubts about you. Prayer champions here can just untime win aba. Ku giant NPP party so be akwa no contester. Untime win. You need to be truthful to yourself, and we need to speak straight to you. Master, you can never win. And then the charisma, the way many people saw you, as a comedian. And the people didn't see you as a leadership character, be able to lead the country. And the ones who do educate you, I'm also to block into your IMF. Economics, while announcement in the IMF, NHS, lead the party. Ghana now if I go IMF because okay obetuma kaborofo we hear the way niaba look at how His Excellency John Dramani Mahama speaks so calmly, relaxing, or the reassuring tone John the minimum de Ghana for. Do you have the same qualities? No. Wouldn't it be? And you know what mess you up already. So nothing of you will let me vote for you. Sana, nothing of you will let even a collocator of nobody 18 years vote for you. That is the honest truth. But I may kind of actually maybe that down because maybe him through. So I'm telling you the gospel truth for maybe our party for no. Don't know the way, but omuntimi can't. So make me a catcher what they are. This is how they need to speak to you. Because a man can't answer me over circle around the whole of the country. As I am NPP for Obama, but it's still about Ghana for it about winning. This time around 30% will win ya. Into Palaji, Kaka Karakano. Baby Fatu. Only say Mahamudu Bawumia, Mother Monfanko holidays. Bahamas, Namon Namho, Mallorca, Namon Namho. London the Hun and says only now London, Namon Namho, oh yeah, now the beer quasa yaresa. Now say Ghana president the power did here. Allah nara say the Allah, untimin dibida. I need to be honest with you. Untimin dibida. Because why are dear Ghana for any GDB or Musa Juman the show on sa ubetimi aye. That is the truth. Intimidate my kind of question as to how you understand as American, as to how you will like it. It's over to you, to be honest. No, but we have a code there. That's me. Bashiru, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the minimum day also president because oh no, ba, and I do be able to about amount. Obi on top of the mount. Into one now, and I will admit to Ghana for why a bonnet and for bonnet nature. Yeah, the bonnet natural, but it's a quatranche or in here system. Kenneth, you have a call. Minia, Charlie, Yezo. Ne church to Mahamudu Bawumia, Nema, Onye, Abra, Oba, Famano. And I Francisca Mewa. Papa, you do be able to talk about their mano. Into one now, that out, okay.
Ye too a baby, ye research every. Ye nimse a buying any a party, ya in from so. Ya in from so. Baby, ewo, ye governance no more. Niema wo ha, afi say ye be ye, ye may be true wa ye anka ye hu from the background so ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ye ka ho bi. Vice President, ministers, MPs, board chairman, appointees, yenyina ya from so pacho monfan cheyen why monfan cheyen yenyina ya from so monfan cheyen na yesua ye lessons nyame adom ena mode franka ne hyemensa me be ye president embasabium ye belle ni ye lessons.
Alaji, Habasa we. And a franca and the MP before me say any of them because Nipper to my bar mount on one at all. Now said Ghana Nipa because could Gina was say, make a penny part to a barman. Was a why I was alleged to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Hey, Cabed about how papa. Sha Ghana need be on top of mount because lessons was in opposition of Fatan and Chama and as to lessons in NPP. Nebisa was a DNA NPP for. You need to ask that kind of question because what packing the panel go on motor about the mount. But you can't say, yeah, about general election that the bell when you. We need to be honest with you. The bell when you say, pew. The bell now. We have had Dr. Pani here, all the way slow motion. Corner wow party for them from our banner, the meow. I like you don't know. Kai won't say, I like you don't know, sir. And I see Fia Nibi. NSC Fia Nibi, Samira Bawumia, Yamina, she will. Hey, my view. Why be papa. Now, where are the quiet about talk of any? Nipana at the property and don't buy and who fail to tell Ghanaians say, economy, what this time around, let's take it there. Penny out of forcing here, or Nabu out of forcing. And the Professor Nana Jane, as the Vice President or more, would they accept this? And compare and contrast with what you did. Now, be our say, a DNA meet my differently. You know, you need to start to assess this kind of things. Then tell Ghanaians it's okay. I deal with me, you say, me bank, I think I say, now to force and say, now to the no, you know, okay, we're born home in there, but mention me, Babia may say, near crazy. You are not serious. Won't you mean cast as maybe? Because also, Casa Ghana and Libya fan say a comedy in a way. Ghana and Libya for serious with him. Because I mean, and I bought the point was, I like you don't want to bomb me there, Papa no born. Papa no Munufie or Baba higher drink keke oni bibia oni adwen twede bia adwen na wu e no na mokwa party no person lead. So people are saying you are so desperate for power. E dey na wo person wo dey here. But they can too kire say be person be president na me ya ade oni ade. But nsem na ma wo kan dey. We yes ade no nyina 8 years ago. Amfa hu amre because you were in opposition 8 years. And now can some kese and a Ghana for so okay. Yen someone here. Any amount of power 8 good years and I'm saying the country and call back cheap mine the flat now John Germany mama about sign the mine they say you buy equilibrium you ground zero or be pushing mine akwa o see and say power the man share now we see who dem cause o roba for more Ghana for some can just emfa until allergic what the fufu be ya would they be honest with yourself koye na nyame adoma akiri ye be sign no ba betena enti abusia for say obi o question bi is senior Chris also what does Bawumia want to come and do Bawumia dey me minima dey senior officer oba be here because for now the ade officer ye nyina when na now den kwaku for ado ye the last 8 years it didn't yield any positive results. It is a wo ba na say be jino kan say mo ye mfumso a me say wala je dey mfumso potin na wo ye. Sometimes politicians in Africa, you need to be serious and tell us, may I deal with me and say, and I committee can say, now instead of saying, oh, one feeling and now don't go for the home. Now about white was shown when they Ghana for say there be also Azano, Yahunda that's a crocodile the John Yahu. Why, mom, my dada, I be more, that be fat, that kind of quench it up. And senior, and the best you have, and that's Saturday, may say that my mom won't check, but Jamia no area, I'll be back. Now for the yabe streaming album. And if you think that the sound and the video quality and everything is okay at your end, you can also tell me in the comment section. Say, "Oh, say yeah, improvement be so the backstage and so bet me I can't tell me. Now I feel the me de asheso because sometimes you know, yeah now oh boy you medina who say if you're on the right track or if you think you need to change something and I say then. Yeah, I make videos daily. Every day I try to make the normal video. Then I also come live stream also. Now I might be discussing a lot of issues. This is the debate with Munufie. I produce maybe 10, 12, 15 minutes videos about daily activities. Then we bring on a very serious issue. Never be discussing. But usually, you know, if I go on the normal speed there, I stream for 1 hour. Because I may have time for other things. That's what I say. So sometimes that is how I also do things. So say do you be able to there. And see me the money na say nyame adoma ochena. I'll be back. Na esan abon komana bom. The Kofi Akpalo say on there sika na oje ye no. Say na ekodi ne girlfriend ho. Inti fa just afin wa join me a watch the video from the beginning. But Kofi Akpalo and say won so kai. Me do be ase a onya amre ne me di any William Munufie amankona. Channel e the debate with the Munufie Nyankopon and Montana. Bye bye.